It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about old Meezy. JasonTheWeen is getting clowned for his breakup. God damn. You can't do anything on the internet, bruh. Niggas gonna find a way to make fun of you. Let's see. I haven't know this niggas even in a relationship. Fuck it, let's get right into it. Come on.
I went live today going through a breakup.
Are you crying?
Oh, Jason.
And obviously, anyone going through a breakup would not be in the right headspace to stream or do what they gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
Are you crying?
No one cheated.
Damn.
All right, none of that happened. But yeah, me and Sakura are no longer together. I have nothing but respect for Sakura.
Well, that nigga voice started to crack. Oh, shit. Yeah, he ain't lying. He fuck her. That nigga said I got nothing for secure. God damn, Jason.
Is Cupid dead or something? How are we starting off February with so many creator breakups? Damn, I feel like this is a throwback video to something that I just recently posted. But every single time a streamer couple breaks up, the internet does the same exact thing. Fake clips, choosing sides, painting narratives, and not because the breakup was messy, but because the relationship was the content. And this week it happened, not once, but twice. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. It goes a long, long way for the audience. It goes a long, long way for the community. Maybe it goes a long, long way for love, because this is crazy. Now, back into the video. Between the end of 2025 and now in 2026, we've seen major creators break up. Last hope that we had in this unemployed life was JasonTheWeen and his girlfriend Sakura.
Nigga, what? Unemployed life is crazy. That nigga had to slide that in there. Ha, you hella funny, I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm here to tell you that that is no longer the case. JasonTheWeen put out a statement yesterday saying, Sakura and I are no longer in a relationship. We have nothing but respect for each other and plan to continue supporting one another moving forward. We both feel incredibly grateful for the time we shared together. We kindly ask for privacy on this matter moving forward.
Damn, that nigga sound like he got dropped from the organization. That sound like some, I no longer employed by this. Like, goddamn. I get it though, because people were messing with them because they was together, but I don't know. I just don't like the idea of texting no message, explaining yourself to people like that, you know? But, you know what I'm saying? That's the industry.
Another time where there is a neutral tweet, mutual respect, request for privacy, and immediately the narrative show up. Now, I know what you're already thinking. Omar, I watched this video yesterday, and it's probably because of two things. One, you're a little racist. I know they're Asian today and they were Asian yesterday, but that's crazy. But two, this pattern seems to keep
Yeah, man, it's 2026, all right? Come on.
happening. So I took some time before I recorded this video to really take a step back and try to see the different POV from other people so that I can try to come to a different perspective and understanding. Spoiler alert, I kind of didn't, but just follow along with me. The fact of the matter is, if you have streamed, posted, monetized your relationship in some way, shape, form, or fashion, then you do owe the audience something. And this is where my stance is a little different than yesterday. There is an emotional connection that is built up over time. Now, maybe it's because I've met a hero or two and been disappointed in real life, but I can't deny the fact that people do build some sorts of connections with their favorite content creator, with their favorite celebrity, with their favorite actor.
I met some famous people in, like, you know, like NFL, like Hall of Famers and shit like that, but everybody I met, they been pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just ran into them, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Everybody been pretty chill, all the ones I met, so that's been good so far.
They lean into the relatability, they lean into, you know, the idolization, they lean into a couple of different things to make a deeper connection than just what is being displayed on the screen with the person that they're enjoying. With that being said though, if I display something to you, I just can't yank it back later on at a whim. Imagine this, if I get everybody invested in my puppy, I want you guys to be a part of the naming process, I want you guys to...
I mean, damn, who fault is that though? I mean, yeah, I get that, yeah, because you're deciding to put their relationship on the internet. So, and they are both pretty, you know, they're pretty famous in their, you know what I'm saying? They got their own rank in their respective genres, or whatever the fuck they be doing on Twitch. So with that, they do got an audience. The audience is gonna get invested. They are gonna be looking for that Jason and Sakura content. So then they kind of do gotta explain themselves. See, that's why you can't be putting your relationship on the internet like that, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Gonna have you out here writing statements to niggas that really don't even care for real, for real.
pick what type of haircut I give the puppy. I want you guys to pick out the bedding. I even want you guys to pick out where the puppy sleeps in my house. I document this puppy for 3 years, and people become connected to this puppy and myself throughout the trials, the tribulations, the ups and downs, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden the puppy went ghost. Yeah, people will be asking about what happened. And I can actually understand that concept. But the strange thing about this relationship content is that it just doesn't stop at asking questions. What happens next is there's these narratives about these relationships that gets painted, and they're oftentimes picking a side and attacking one person. And it's actually disgusting.
You know, these clip pages, they take this narrative and they spin it and they get their impressions, and, you know, they thrive off hate. And the craziest thing is, you know, they don't even get paid. They just do it for the impressions, and if they do, they get paid pennies. But no one got cheated on. I went live today going through a breakup.
I mean, shit, get your little clip, chop it up, post it on Twitch, 2 million views. I don't know how much that's gonna make you, but seems like an easy days and honest days living, huh? Making an honest living.
It's interesting to me that people get their sick kicks off of blatantly lying on the internet. No real rewards. I'm talking about X paying literally pennies on the impression. Not even whole pennies, fractions of pennies. Just the satisfaction of knowing that they openly and blatantly lied on somebody. And it's strange because no matter how much clarification and clearing up one can do in these situations, it makes no difference. People are still gonna run with different narratives. People are still gonna be blatant and open about this lie that they're trying to perpetuate in the mainstream media. And all of it comes to this shared conclusion by a bunch of other content creators. One that says, keep your relationship in the tuck.
Thousands and thousands of people to have their own opinion and create these narratives on one single relationship, you know that.
Why, yo, this shit will forever bust my head. Why do niggas publicize shit on the internet and get mad when niggas have opinions? Why? Like, what the fuck? Am I stupid? Why? Like, what's wrong with you niggas?
That's
saying it's not known for thousands of niggas to formulate an opinion.
I mean, that is true. He ain't lying. You put it out there into the void, it's free will. Niggas gonna type up something, everybody got an opinion, and everybody feel like their opinion should be heard. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he got a point. So you kind of want your cake, but you know, you get the saying.
And nigga, you got 20,000 people watching. I think that is normal. It's not normal for niggas to have no opinion when you publicize this to the world.
Streamer Crack Baby, yes, that is his name, who is Silky's brother, brings up some very interesting points on the concept. I do sit in the middle on the fact that, you know, if you do bring your relationship to the internet,
this nigga Crack Baby. I just thought about that, like, wait, hold on, Crack Baby? No, I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy name, bro. That's a crazy name. I don't even want it to be true. But then if it's not true, I'm like, why would you just willingly name yourself Crack Baby? So it's like, either you're a crack baby or you're a nigga that wanna be a crack baby. Nah, that shit sound crazy.
Of course, people are gonna have their opinions. People are gonna say something, think something about anything and everything that goes on. People are commenting right now about this shoulder being lower than this shoulder. People hate my haircut. People don't like the fact that
scoliosis. You got scoliosis, Omar?
This chair is great. People don't like the new background. People love the new background. People are going to have their opinions. That is just the nature of what's going on in the internet. What happens is that people become more favorable in the eyes of the general public, really their audience. And so they're not used to comments and criticism going against them. They're usually used to a glaze fest. So any sort of small pushback that comes in their life is always met with.
And it depends on the type of content you make too. If you make like political content or something like that or little shit, you're going to naturally get pushed back because that's just a divisive type of atmosphere, you know? But if you make content about relationship, you should be having pushbacks doing relationship content. You feel me? Like, nigga, y'all together. What's there to push back on? Well, when y'all break up, or if someone feel like you moving weird, if the internet feels like you moving weird and they choose you, they going to get on your ass for no reason. And they'll make up some shit and get mad at you for the reason they made up. That's how the internet goes.
This concept that they can't understand. But I do agree with Jason in the fact that, that doesn't mean that y'all just have the bandwidth in the room to say whatever the hell that you want to say. That's where it gets just totally out of pocket. And it's more on you as a person, which is what Crack Baby also goes on to say.
If I bring a girl I'm fucking with to the web, nigga, if me and her break up, y'all liable to say she was sucking dick. Who cares? The clip page is liable to make whatever they want to make. Because at the end of the day, as a grown ass adult, I made a conscious decision to bring some shit to the public. There's a reason why I don't ever bring a girl I fuck with on the internet. Because I let a girl know that I fuck with on the internet what kind of environment this is. Like, you got pieces of shits like me in the chat. What do niggas want niggas in the chat to say?
That nigga trying to protect her from himself. That nigga what? Nigga said pieces of shit like me. Now that's crazy. Nigga, if I'm in your chat, you got a real nigga chat. Straight up. I don't know what you talking about.
Oh my God, I love this relationship. I hope it does well. I hope you guys get married. Fuck no, them niggas is bored. They want to get niggas mad. They gonna say, fuck you in that dirty bitch. That's what they gonna say. Yo, niggas need to just buckle up.
That is true, though. That is true. There is niggas in the chat that's just like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make this person feel bad. There's professional trolls out here, y'all. There's people that go around different pages, different YouTube videos, just talking shit, just to get a reaction out of you. So do not react. You playing into their game. All right?
The emotions.
Why have we come to the conclusion that the internet is just free reign? And I'll also say this is about the audience that you cultivate more than anything. There are sides on the internet in which people live their normal day-to-day lives, and for the most part, people don't get weird about it. There is boundaries that are put into place. There is respect from the audience. And contrary to popular belief, you can have a normal relationship while existing on the internet. Crack Baby said when you have people like me on the internet, which I think
yeah, I guess you can, but that's kind of tough. I mean, I don't know. I guess it all depends on what you deem as normal, right? Just like with everything in life, what you deem as normal. You know, do you deem it normal to stream your relationship, right? Or is it normal for your relationship to be off stream, to be offline? It's different for everybody, I guess, but at least for me, I'm more of an offline. I still post a picture of my shawty, you feel me? But all the lives together and making YouTube videos, I don't know. That's a to be determined.
Perfectly encapsulates it. It's about the individual user, not the internet inherently. I don't want to just chalk it up to a maturity level thing. I don't want to just chalk it up to, you know, these people are young. I really don't want to pinpoint exactly why this side of the internet goes through these things. I grew up watching creators like Casey Neistat, who had his wife and kids on the internet. He did it in a very tasteful way, but also it created this environment of respect. But hell, maybe it is this side of the internet and it has something to do with age, where people decide to get parasocial when certain aspects of a creator's lives are brought into this world.
That's saying it's not known for thousands of niggas to formulate an opinion. Nigga, you have 20,000 people watching. I think that is normal. It's not normal for niggas to have no opinion when you publicize this to the world.
What y'all think? I mean, I get what he's saying, but this the thing about being a streamer, bro. Y'all know all our lives, bro. So it's like niggas be thinking, okay, I can just be in a relationship, live ducked off. Nah,
right.
Hell no, come here, buddy. You better keep that motherfucker.
I mean, shit, to really watch a nigga stream, you kind of low-key got to build that parasocial relationship, bro. I mean, it depends person to person, but I feel like, you know, there's definitely, I'll probably say 50%, 60% of people are like parasocial when it comes to like YouTubers and people they like on the internet. I think like 60, 70%, you know? But there's levels to that also. There's levels to that. Like, you could be invested, but it's also one of them, it's like you really knee deep in all their business, you know, their mama name, all that shit. Like, you on some other shit if you doing all that. But I mean, if you fuck with a nigga, you fuck with a nigga. If you support him, you support him, you know? But there's definitely a balance, a fine balance, you know?
Private, or that shit's our business too, nigga. But I was parasocial as hell over Soluminati and Ash, nigga. On me. I knew every detail. When she tagged his name, I'm like, oh my God, babe. As if it was my girl.
Yo.
No, it's
Nah,
true.
that's crazy.
And this isn't based off Blackboy Max actually knowing anything about them. Hell, he probably at the time didn't even know Soul Illuminati's real name. It's just the content that they were making has trained him to feel like he was involved. I do think that it's interesting that every time a situation like this happens, the same narratives always hit. She used him, she grew and dipped, another clout relationship, he was just a hanger-oner, he or she cheated. The cheating one is always gonna be like the step back three in this conversation. Go-to move, somebody cheated. And this usually happens when two things happen.
Fuck it. Fuck it. That's a, and they say, fuck it, one of them cheated. Damn, they really do just be lying though. That's so crazy. That's crazy, bro. And now that I think about it, I'd be mad too. I ain't gonna lie. I probably wouldn't still post nothing about it, but I don't know. It depends on what it is. Every situation different.
in the relationship. One person was already bigger than the other one, and then the other one gained visibility or some sort of status while being in the relationship. Therefore, this leads to the internet filling these gaping holes in the information gap with knowledge that they think that they have on the situation. So now we've created this environment where streamers, ultimately young men, have these negative connotations about how they feel about relationships.
Imagine you in a relationship. Imagine you a girl. You dating this guy. You do content. You might even do it too. You have a clip where you just maybe shake a guy's hand or maybe give him a hug. They in the comment, oh, she a hoe, break up with her. She's a hoe. That shit will affect you.
Hey, that's how they really be. You can't even dap a nigga up. They gonna be like, who are? Oh, I'm like, damn. I mean, it depends on what you're doing in the clip though. I ain't gonna lie, because some of them be doing some crazy shit. You feel me? I'm a strict nigga though. You know what I'm saying? I'm strict. But with that, yeah, they definitely be doing. If people spreading rumors, that's why you kind of gotta, you gotta have that trust there. You gotta have that trust there with your girl or with the person you plan on dating on the internet shit, man. Because people are gonna throw crazy rumors out there. So whatever type of policies y'all have, open phone, passwords, whatever, make sure y'all got a strong, solid foundation. And then go on the internet. Don't go on the internet off the bat. But that's not how ours works, but you prefer to have a solid foundation and then go on the internet. So whenever y'all don't want to fuck with the internet anymore, y'all can hop back off and go back to your regular relationship.
There's no way it don't. Just say any streamer, right? They with another girl. And then niggas in the comments like, oh, man, he could do way better. Just be with her instead. That shit will affect the girl. Bro, it's just hard, bro. All these people is giving all this, like, people give, like, mad, whatever they want to say about your relationship, bro. You feel me? Relationships are things that are supposed to be intimate and kind of secret.
Intimate?
Okay.
Nigga, intimate, nigga? Intimate? What the fuck is that?
I mean, honestly, Ron Ben said it. Don't go public if you really want to be with someone. As soon as that motherfucker on the internet game, you allow other people to affect where your relationship goes, So, I mean, it's really up to you, bro. But it's kind of hard because it's like, yo, gang, somebody come on.
I mean, shit, to keep it real, you gotta watch the friends too. This go for men and women. You gotta watch who their friends are. That's an influence shit. That's probably more influence than the internet. You feel me? Her best friend, his homie. You don't want no nigga that's sliding your DMs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So you gotta watch that too. It's the internet, but you also gotta watch the friends, the mom, the dads, the sisters, the brothers. Niggas really be hating. They be the closest one to you. They be hating on your relationship. This shit be crazy.
On your stream, that shit not a relationship no more. That is now business. They're on your stream, they in your content. You make money with this person. It is now business. It's not just as simple as, okay, we're enjoying ourselves. I like you for who you are. It is now business, bruh. So it just get tricky.
And I know I'm usually this guy that wants to be like overprotective and overly cautious and deliver these messages. But something that Blackboy Max said in that comment kind of rung off to me, but not rung off in a good way, in a wow, I can't believe this is being said way. He said relationships are supposed to be intimate, fair. They're supposed to be secret, unfair. Yeah, gang, this idea of perpetuating that love is supposed to be secret is a scary concept to me. Love is supposed to be something that you are loud and proud about. To be quite honest with you, and this is just my real deal feelings and emotions, if you are somebody who is in love and is happily in a relationship, you have an obligation to spew it from the mountaintops, voice that opinion in every conversation,
Really?
Speak about it loudly and proudly. Why? Because there is so much anti-relationship content, comments, and commentary out there that it is now permeated into how people go about dating in reality. It goes into how people see.
I mean, shit. I could date back to the red pill shit, right? There was definitely some shit I heard from that was trying to enter my brain, and it was starting to plant little seeds. I'm not gonna lie. It was starting to plant little seeds in my brain. But then I was having real world interactions, and then I remembered, what the fuck? Like, I could think for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I even saying this shit? This shit doesn't even fit my life. You feel me? But that's the point. Like, it starts as a little jokey joke, depending on what it is, and then it really starts to take effect in these young people. Everybody is raised off of some type of media, art, book, or whatever, right? People get their humor from watching Dave Chappelle. People get their humor from fucking Seinfeld, all that shit, right? People get the humor from The Office. So people are raised off of their media. You feel me? It has an effect on them. So it's like this streaming shit, this relationship, talking down on women and men and assuming everybody's a cheater and all that other shit. It could have a serious effect if goes unchecked.
Having relationships in reality. And this is actually the reason why we have a problem with streamers and relationships. Max was spot on when he said there's going to be commentary about every single action that is done on stream. But because we don't see relationships as some sort of normal thing, then that's why everybody feels the need to say something, overanalyze, overstep, do all these weird and crazy things about truly normal things that happen in a relationship. Now I do get it. There are some inherent disadvantages about having women in your content, especially on the side of the internet, which has a lot of the young men saying, yo, I'm done with that game.
Let me just put this in the air right now. I wouldn't date nobody who do content, nothing. Like, I can't even take you shirts, like, up top.
Why?
Because, like, I still just enjoy regular women with regular jobs. I don't want nobody that's famous. I don't even care if she make more money than me. I just don't want her doing no content, nothing. I want somebody who's down to earth, who understand normal life qualities. I don't want nobody who feel like social media runs their life. If you feel like you gotta go to TikTok or go to social media to go against me every time, I'm not with that.
We've gone so far into the deep end where we have creators like David saying, if you respect your relationship, don't put it on the internet. And for a few people, you may want...
I mean, I kind of get it. Like, you don't want no one doing it, especially on the internet, because like you said, everybody's going to be in your business. And also, like he said, he don't want you going to the internet. So I'm assuming he wouldn't be going to the internet. But usually when I hear people say stuff like that, I feel like they're referring to people who is immature on the internet. You know, there's definitely people out there who will break up and they will keep it pushing. They'll keep it P. They're not going to go to the internet. They're not going to spread no type of business when y'all over and done with. You know, they're going to respect y'all. There's people out there like that. But it's like, what are the odds, you know?
To live by those guidelines. If I'm an anti-relationship kind of creator, like some of the red pill manosphere dudes, of course, I'd probably want to leave it off there. I have so many contradictions that might come up and bite me in the butt, kind of like when Myron and Walter got into their relationships, but that's a conversation for another day. But I think that it is insane that we are painting this entire conversation with the relationship experiences of early 20-something-year-olds just because they're on the internet. Gang, I do not expect somebody who got into a relationship at the age of 17 to last for their entire lives. I do not expect somebody who got into a relationship in their early 20s to last for their entire lives. I expect for them to go through their ups, downs, bumps, bruises, left, right, all these different things. They come into a bunch of money and opportunity, they cheat on people. They come into the opportunity to grow apart from somebody and they take it. Not that it's like intentional, but the fact that, hey, I grew up with you and I didn't have all these horizons and now I do. But then when we get on the internet and
you start seeing different things, start having different experiences. You start seeing women you never seen before. She starts seeing men she never seen before. You know what I'm saying? She having these conversations she never had before. It start getting tricky. It's gonna start testing your relationship. And you can view it in a good way or a bad way. You know, one side could view it as growth. Another side could view it as she ain't trying or he ain't trying no more. Or he left his heart open for someone to creep in. You know what I'm saying? So, you got a point.
I see little Larry from Wisconsin screaming the fact that, yo, I don't want to get into a relationship based off of the struggles that Black Boy Max ran into. Like, that's where I'm just lost. So I do think that we have to get better and more positive about this conversation. If you invite people into your...
I mean, people do it in real life, too. People will be like, yo, I'm not getting in a relationship or I'm not getting married because I seen what my mom and dad was like. You feel me? I'm not getting... having kids because I experienced this as a kid, you know, so it happens in real life. You feel me? So I see what Omizi's saying, but we all are kind of shaped. Like I said earlier, we're all shaped by media or like our own experiences in the shit that we see. So if we see someone else experiencing something, we gonna be like, all right, noted. I don't want to go through that shit. So how do I prevent that? And most people or some people will be like, no, fuck it. I'm not dating at all. I'm not cuffing nobody. Rather be safe than sorry. You feel me? And others, they have boundaries. They set precautions. They are more realistic in their relationship and their expectations. So it's different for everybody, you know?
Your relationships, your arguments, your soft moments, your hard moments, it's not like they'll leave quietly when it ends. I totally get that. It's not because they're evil, but because they were taught that this is where the line is. And every single week, every single day that you uploaded, every piece of content, you continuously move the line closer and closer and closer as a creator to their relationship. But with that being said, us as a consuming audience have to understand that the stuff that these people go through is literally no different than us. Yo dude cheated on you too. Your woman cheated on you too, gang. You just so happen to work at Walmart, or you just so happen to be unemployed like me. People have differing opinions. People aren't always together. And these things exist in real life, but just because there's a camera in front of them does not mean that there's something to overanalyze. That was me saying that the reason why you don't see Danielle in this video is not because, you know, we're not together based off of the last video, but because of the fact that she's out of town, just doing normal people things. I think you can put your relationship online. All these inherent things that people think come with being a content creator really don't have to exist. It's just about how you cultivate your audience and your community and what type of content you provide them. If you provide them just this square, granted, your viewership may be lower than the guy that goes out there and does the sturdy dance and all that other stuff like that. But for the most part, people won't be so invasive. But as you decide to peel back another layer to get closer to your audience, just remember that things can look negatively to.
Shout out Old Meezy for the video. You did your thing. And I understand. Hold up. Whoa. I understand completely what he is saying. Yeah, just be cautious with your relationship, man. If you really rock with somebody and you really fuck with them, bro, go through with it. Like, I'm saying go through as in keep it solid, you know, make that a priority. You feel me? Because it's hard out here maintaining and finding someone that you can truly feel like, yo, I want to be with this person. You know what I'm saying? It's hard finding that person. So if you got that, you really think you got that, don't take that shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? Nurture that shit and appreciate for what it is. You don't know what can happen in the future. So live in the moment, enjoy yourself. And for Jason, hey, bro, hey, man, this your Canon event, bro. You got to go through this to elevate, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I don't even know what happened. What I'm telling you is, this your opportunity to lock in, my boy. So go lock in. I'm gone. Peace.